Hey, I'm Kathy from Sweet Fern Organics, and today I want to talk to you about this book, The Market Gardener by J.M. Fortier. So if you've done any research into market gardening at all, I'm sure you've come across this book. It's pretty much the first handbook of its kind of modernizing market farming since Eliot Coleman's The New Organic Grower. And coincidentally, Eliot Coleman is a mentor of J.M. Fortier's. So their principles pretty much align with one another. So if you've read The New Organic Grower, you'll find a lot of similar techniques, just a little bit more modernized in this book, The Market Gardener. So just a little bit about J.M. Fortier. He has over a decade's worth of experience in intensive small-scale market gardening. He's a leading practitioner of biologically intensive cropping systems, which is basically small-scale farming a lot of produce in a small space. His farm, which is called Les Jardins de la Grelinette, sorry if I butchered that, my French is rusty at best, but it is internationally recognized as one of the micro farms for its high productivity, profitability, using low-tech, high-yielding methods of production. Basically, it means he produces a lot of crops in a small space and is highly profitable. The Market Gardener was designed to walk you through basically step by step from finding your land all the way through to producing profitable crops. JM shows how this can be done without a large capital investment up front. What I like about the Market Gardener, especially being a beginner, is that it walks you through step by step from finding your land to actually running a profitable market garden. From outlining startup costs to finding the right land, to designing your market garden, tillage methods, fertilizer, starting seeds, weed and pest management, season extension, harvest and storage, crop planning, and much more. It's all here in this book. It walks you through almost every step you need to become a successful market farmer. What I particularly liked was this graph here on startup costs. He breaks down everything that you need to start a market farm and how much it's all going to cost. So it gives you a reference, especially when you're just starting out, on how much everything will cost within the first few years. We're not going to have all of these things right now, but it gives you a rough breakdown of roughly what things are going to cost, which is really helpful when you're trying to budget and plan for starting a market garden. I also really like this crop planning section on all the crops that he plants and grows. It goes over how he starts his seeds, how he harvests them, how he spaces them in his garden, the cultivars he prefers, how many days they're in the garden, and how many times he seeds per season. So it's all really valuable information, and we're actually following a lot of what's in this book. Since we have similar climates, we are following a lot of what he has outlined and what he does on his farm. Again, it's very valuable information, especially for newbies like us. Now, where I felt this book fell a little short was on actually how to market your farm. That's a really important aspect of market farming, which I'm learning now as we are trying to market our farm. Being complete beginners and we don't have a name for ourselves, we've never been at a farmer's market. I'm learning that marketing your farm is really important and something that you can't just wait until you're at the farmer's market. You can't just wait and say, oh, here I am. You have to do some planning ahead of time and really try to get people to know who you are before you're even at a farmer's market. Think about it. If you grow the best vegetables in your whole community, but nobody knows about it, who's going to buy it? There's not going to be anyone there because they don't know about you. So marketing your farm is extremely important, and there wasn't a ton of information in here on how to actually market your farm. He does highlight CSAs and how to set one up and run it, which is really important information as well. But other than that, how to market yourself is not covered very well in this book. To be fair though, this is not a how to market your market garden handbook. It's a how to start a market garden. So with that being said though, I highly recommend this book. It's really valuable information. We have it dog-eared or marked up because we use it all the time and refer to it all the time. We just planted plants out from starting indoors to our garden outdoors, and we referenced this book so we knew how far to space our plants. So like I said, we're following his crop planning pretty closely with what he does because our climates are similar, and he lays it out really well. I read this book from pretty much start to finish because it's a really easy read. It's not wordy. He doesn't have any excess jargon in there. It's just a nice, easy to read book with all the information that you need without a whole lot of filler. So it's really valuable information in a great, easy to read format. Alright, so that's my review of The Market Gardener. If you are starting a market garden and you don't know where to start, I recommend getting this book, and it will help you immensely. It has helped us a lot. So if you found this review useful and you liked it, please consider giving this video a like and subscribe. We would very much appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.